Well, here I am again. Welcome to Dissociation Land. My mind has traveled to the furthest corner possible in space. I just received the news that someone I work side by side with for years, she died a few days ago. So many emotions, thoughts like electricity shooting through my existence. My circuits fried, and I saw myself floating away from my job, my body, my house. I eventually came to this place. The nothing. I feel the normal pulling of my depression wanting me to give in to the void. It's overwhelmingly tempting to let my mind stay out here in this darkness, and if I stay, I'll pretend like everything's okay. Meanwhile, back on Earth, my body would stay in autopilot mode. I would eat my sorrows away, lay in bed all weekend, and do nothing but zone out. But I've been there before, and it's not where I want to be. As much as I know it will hurt, I decide to go back and embrace my situation. I grab my dog, jump in my car, and drive to the Columbia River Gorge in Oregon State. Venturing on a hike I've been on many times prior, but this time, I find myself more present than ever. As I walk through nature for the first time in a long time, I already begin to feel my soul recharging. It's a slow charge, but highly noticeable. I let the thoughts of my coworkers passing flow through me rather than fighting the impossible rushing current. I allow myself to feel. You see, this is a big deal considering I've spent most of my life afraid of emotions, so I bottled them up and tried to hide them away, especially when something horrible like death happens to smash its way through life. I look down at my dog, who just turned 1. He enjoys himself with so much energy and life within his eyes. I witness the vivid green trees and the moss-covered rocks pass by as I make my way through the trail. The water's flowing, the air is fresh and crisp, and the ground is firm under each one of my steps pounding the earth. I spent most of my life stuffing my emotions as far down as possible. I would do this until they eventually erupted from me, much like a waterfall crashing all around the rocks below. Unfortunately, allowing this to happen wasn't as beautiful as a waterfall. I've refrained from thinking about death because of how final and scary it is, much like a lot of us do on this planet. It was Marcus Aurelius that said, "It is not death that a man should fear, but rather he should fear never beginning to live." I regret all the years I wasted dissociating due to my fear of death or any level of trauma. Because of this, I have never allowed myself to truly live. Working on my mental health, I finally and truly have seen what it feels like to live. I do not claim to be fixed. I do not claim to be a master of my mind. I simply have seen a glimpse of what it means to feel, to grasp happiness, even for a mere moment. I'm no genius, nor a highly experienced individual, but forging through my issues and working as hard as I can on my mental health, I've finally opened the gates and let the emotions flow. And with this, I've learned that death is inevitable, but it's also a beautiful part of life, just as much as life's a beautiful part of death. Sure, it feels like death smashes all around our reality in life, but that's because we work so hard to avoid thinking about it. So of course, we have no foundation when it does crash all around us. Even though it hurts, I will face death and all of my trauma head on. I will keep thinking of those moments I was allowed to have with those that I've lost. I will let their memory live on inside of me and my actions. I will continue to live while I'm alive. I'll keep moving forward on my mental health journey, allowing myself to feel every waking moment before I take my final breath. I hope that the day I pass, those who love me will not let that loss bring them down, but rather lift them up to live their lives to the fullest until we meet again. Whatever journey you're on in this world, I'm right there with you. I hope you're not living in dissociation land, but if you are, just know that it's okay to come back. It's okay to feel. You can cry, mourn, laugh, smile, whatever the feelings are, just let yourself finally live.